Welcome to another episode of Karate Chops, where we talk all things martial arts. Okay, got a good question. What do you do with a out of control training partner? So, question came in that somebody has a fellow student that's just a little bit out of control. They don't exhibit good control in class. What do you do? How do you handle that? Okay, I've actually run into this, so I'm going to use my personal experience as a good example. We'll kind of discuss what you can kind of do. Okay, I had a student years ago, a great martial artist. He came in fresh, no martial arts experience. He was in high school. He picked up the material quickly. I mean, just naturally gifted. You know, he ended up actually becoming a student of the month one month and stuff because he was so good. He was able to pick it up. His moves were crisp, you know, good punches, good kicks, good blocks and stuff. He was very dedicated. He never missed a class. He showed up, did phenomenal. He started going through the belt ranks and stuff and getting up there. He got about halfway through and, you know, started running into a little bit of a problem and stuff because as he got better with his techniques and got more power and stuff, which is great. That's what we like to see. His issue was he had no control. He couldn't tone it down and stuff for his fellow students. One day in class and stuff, me and him were going through some self-defense techniques and stuff, and I just wanted to do a block, and you grab the opponent and pull him down into a knee strike. Now, we went through this and stuff, kind of going slow. He grabbed me, pulled me down, and hit me full force, as hard as he possibly could, with a knee strike right to my face. My head came up. I saw stars for a second there. I did. My nose started bleeding. I actually thought I broke my nose for a second. Got that taken care of and stuff. You know, me being the instructor and stuff, I don't hold grudges. Accidents happen. But, you know, I did let him know that, you know, if he were to do that with another student, you know, he could injure somebody, and, you know, that person and stuff, you know, unfortunately this day and age, the other person and stuff, you know, could end up suing the school and things like that and stuff. It could just be a bad deal. So we don't want to injure our training partners, or we won't have any training partners. Thought the message had kind of gotten through him. We started doing some ground fighting, some grappling, and some jiu-jitsu stuff, and working on arm bars and stuff. And he was training with another student that was actually older and stuff, a college girl. She was very good, actually. She was very good. They were going through an arm bar, and he went and put her into an arm bar and stuff and cranked back on her arm, and she started tapping, and he went so hard and so fast with so much power and stuff, I actually thought he was going to pop her shoulder right out of the socket. She got hurt. No injury required going to a doctor or anything, but I mean it really hurt her and stuff. And unfortunately, the sad thing is, because of that one instance and stuff, she actually did end up dropping out of class. And she had great potential. She really enjoyed what she did, but that one bad experience was enough for her to quit. He just could not tone it down. He could not pull his punches. It was either 100% or nothing. He couldn't tone it down for working with lower rank students at all. So, you know, I kind of had to talk with him as the instructor that, hey, you know, that's not acceptable. So, you know, I guess if you have a fellow student stuff, you know, kind of let them know that, hey, you know, hey man, take it a little easy. You know, dial it down a little bit. You know, see if they're receptive to that and stuff. If they're not, and they are still being out of control and stuff, you know, then obviously bring that up to your instructor. Now, hopefully your instructor should catch a lot of that, and you know, so you don't have to worry about it. But you know, sometimes you don't see everything that happens and stuff. So, you know, if it gets to be an issue, then bring it up to your instructor. Stuff. That's one of the big differences between being a white belt and being a black belt, or even the higher ranks, getting up into brown belt, green belt, things like that. And stuff is that control aspect and stuff. You got to be able to have that control. You know, it takes no skill to go out and hit somebody. You know, an average thug on the street can do that. You know, the skill and stuff that we try to cultivate in the martial arts is that control. You can have the power and stuff, but do you have the control? You know, can you punch at somebody full force with good technique coming up there and stuff, but be able to stop, you know, within a quarter inch of making contact and stuff? That's what you look for and stuff, and that's the sort of control you want to be able to have with all your techniques. Now, of course, accidents happen, and that's not what we're talking about. You know, we've all slipped up, myself included and stuff, you know, and actually made contact. It's just part of the training process. But we're talking about somebody that is continually out of control. So hopefully that kind of gives you some ideas there of how you can address that. You know, when in doubt, bring it up to your instructor and stuff, because the last thing we want to do is have a training partner injured and stuff, and especially, you know, not just be injured, but if they get injured and they quit martial arts, they leave their martial art journey because of a bad experience. We don't want that. Okay, we want to bring more people into the arts. We don't want to be scaring people away. So hopefully that answers the question. Great question. Be sure to subscribe to our channel if you haven't already, and like our Facebook page. Links are in the description. And be sure to keep sending in those questions. Thank you.